Hi guys, welcome to the Bipolar and Order course. In this video, I'm gonna walk you through the process for downloading and installing the application that you're gonna need for the live meetings. So I'm here in the Bipolar Advantage website, the login page, and I'm just gonna logging into my account. And this is what the main page looks like. Right off the bat, you're gonna notice this little calendar over here, and that shows you the dates and the times that the meetings are happening, and you can click on that and it will give you further information about it, just as a quick shortcut if that's what you're in here for. So if you're here just for the live class, you can click over here and go to the specific one depending on the date that you're attending. So it's a shortcut, but for downloading the application, you're gonna need to go over here where it says Bipolar and Order course. You click on that and it takes you to the main page, the main menu for all the lessons and all the topics for the class. In the very first one that says Bipolar in Order, right here where it says important details on how to access the live meeting, you want to click on that one, and that's going to take you to the place where you're going to find the download link, which is this one right here. So just click on that, and then this new web browser window opens up, and you have a few options over here. Depending on your device, it's the little icon that you will choose to download the application for your specific device. I have a Windows operating system, so I'm gonna pick this one right here, and I'm just gonna click where it says download and then click on save file, and that's just gonna start downloading it into my computer. Notice that it says here that in order for you to be able to download the application for your device, if you have a Windows operating system, it's required that you have Windows 7 or later. If you have an earlier version, you will not be able to download the application. That doesn't mean that you're not going to be able to access the meeting. There's other options for that. But in order for you to download the application, you will need to have Windows 7 or later if you have a Windows operating system. So then I'm going to click here on this blue arrow, and it shows the Fuze application. I will click on it so that it can start downloading. It's gonna take a few minutes. So then I'm gonna close this window while that downloads, and I'm gonna scroll back up and go where it says right here Bipolar in Order. So I'm gonna show you other options for accessing the live class. So then each topics right here, each one of the topics, like functionality assessment, right here there's a functionality assessment live class. For the in order versus disorder, there's the in order versus disorder live class schedule. So each topic has one of these links that you can go into so that you can see what the schedule is for that specific topic. So I'm gonna click on that, and it's gonna give me all the information that I need so that I can access the live class. In here, you're gonna notice that there's a link for the full schedule of live sessions. Now, the full schedule of live sessions includes not just the one on this step, functionality assessment, but all of them, all the 8 steps that are in the course. So I'm gonna click on that just to show you real quick what that looks like. If you click on that, this is what comes up. It's the calendar with all the classes for the month and the next few days. See, it's like today, and then it gives you all the next few days. Right here on the right hand corner, there's a monthly view. You can see like January, February, and March. And if you just highlight with your cursor right above, hover above the specific date, like Tuesday the 1st, these are the events. 5 p.m. for planning for success, 9 p.m. planning for success. February 24th is right here, 9 a.m. introspection. March 16th, 9 a.m. accounting for time, 1 p.m. introspection. So this is the little window. You can click on each specific one too, and it will take you specifically to that date. And this is what that looks like. It gives you all the information in here also that you might need. But I'm gonna go back to the course right here, bipolar and order course, get away from the calendar. And once again, you scroll down, you go back to the specific step, functionality assessment, live class schedule, and this is what it looks like. So see, there's a few ways to get around it. You can go into the calendar or come over here specifically. And that's just a few ways of how you can go and navigate through. But anyways, once you're here, this is the one that we just looked at. And then you scroll down, it shows you the date and the time for this specific topic. See that? Which is functionality assessments. And then there's also this blue link over here, which is very, very important. If you click on it, it's going to open up a new browser window. And it shows you the time right now in San Francisco. It's 7:44 p.m. But for me, it's 9:44 p.m. If you come back over here in the Bipolar Advantage website, inside the course, it tells you on this on this class for the functionality assessment live class schedule. The first class over here listed is on Tuesday, March 15th, and it's happening at 5 p.m. San Francisco time. And this is why this link is important, because I do not live in San Francisco and I live in a different time zone. So that means that I'm going to have a different time from San Francisco. When it's 5 p.m., it's not going to be 5 p.m. for me. And because I live in a different time zone, if I show up at 5 p.m., right here, if I put 5 p.m. in my time, I'm really showing up for the class at 3 p.m. and there's not going to be anybody in there. Therefore, I have to show up. I have to find out what the time for me is at 5 p.m. San Francisco time. And over here, it tells me that 5 p.m. it's 7 p.m. for me. So I want to show up for the class at 7 o'clock, not at 5 p.m. I mean, you want to show up at 5 p.m. if you live in the San Francisco time zone. But if you don't live there, then you have to find out what the local time for you is. And this is how you do it. I'm going to show you again. Let's pick another time. So on Wednesday, March 30th, the class is at 1 p.m. San Francisco time. So then I'm going to come over here and I'm going to put in San Francisco 1 p.m. and that's going to be 3 p.m. for me. So on Wednesday, March 30th, if I want to attend this class, I have to show up at the computer at 3 p.m. If I show up earlier or later than that, then there might not be a class, there might not be anybody there. And you will know because the page will just stay loading and nothing will happen. So that's how you use the blue link so that you can find the time zone for you. Once the software it's downloaded and installed in your computer, this is what it looks like. And you can sign in for an account with Fuze, but this isn't necessary. This is what it looks like. Join a meeting. All you need is just your first name. My first name is Shayla. But if I don't want to use my real first name, I can change it to something different, Anna. And then I click over here where it says meeting ID, and I get the meeting ID number from this link over here. Now there's two options. You can click here where it says meeting URL, and that will automatically launch the application for you. But since it's already open for me and all I need is just the meeting ID number, I'm gonna just copy and paste that from over here to show you how that's done. So right here, there's a calling number and there's a meeting ID number that you're prompted for when you call in. And I'm gonna talk about that in a few minutes. But right now, the important piece of information is that this right here, the 295-00422 is the meeting ID number. And that's what you would put in here. Just paste it on there and you can click on join. See? There you go. That's me. This is what it looks like. If your camera is on, that means that you wish to participate in the class. If you don't want to be called on and you don't want Tom to say, hey, would you like to participate and talk about your depression, or do you want to talk about your mania? Then if you don't want that to happen, make sure that you click over here and that it says off so that you're not called on. The audio, you do want to keep it on so that you can hear what's going on in class. And the microphone, you want to turn it off, because if you go into the meeting with your microphone on and there's any background noise, it will just disrupt the class. So just keep it off, and whenever Tom calls on you, he will turn the microphone on for you. You can test your devices right here where it says show device settings. See, like I'm talking and it's registering that my microphone is working. This green little bar, it's letting me know that it can pick up my voice sound. So that's how I know that it works. And if you have like different speakers attached to your computer, you can click in here which speakers you wish to use, or you can test them, make sure that they work. And the same thing for the camera. These are like the camera settings. So I'm gonna just hide that, and then I'm just gonna click on join. And see, it's waiting to be accepted into the meeting, and that's me right there. This is what it looks like. Oops, I clicked on the wrong spot, sorry. This is what the software looks like. So I'm gonna just give you a quick overview right here. You can mute or unmute your microphone on the low left-hand corner of the application right here. There you go. That's how you do that. You can also turn your camera on or off from within the application. There we go. That's what it looks like. And then there's this little chat bubble over here. If you click on that, this window appears, and you can just type over here, hello, or like whatever questions you might have, where you're from, whatever you wish to interact in there. Any questions you might have for Tom or for any other classmate, you can do that there. And in here, these three little dots, if you click on that, it pops up a little window with all these little options. The thing you want to do is click here, raise your flag, and that will let Tom know that you have a question. It's the easiest way of interacting. If he notices that you raise your flag, he will call on you and he will unmute your microphone so that you can speak. I'm just gonna click on exit because I want to show you how to do it from the link. So I'm just gonna click on over here to close all of this. Okay, so I did that by just putting the meeting ID, copying and pasting it into the application because it was already open. But if the application is not open, you can go over here where it says meeting URL, and you won't even need to put the ID, the meeting ID number, because it's already here as part of the link. So you just click on that, and it's gonna go into this browser window. Not gonna open up a new one, it's just gonna be in the same window, and this is what it looks like. You just have to give it a few minutes because it's launching the application, and it takes a few minutes for it to do that. So we're just gonna wait for it to appear. And over here also gives you information about the meeting. It says that you're joining a Fuze meeting, and this is the meeting ID and whatnot. Let me see, I think there we go. So there it is. And this is the same thing. You keep the camera on or off depending on whether you want to participate or not. And please do turn your microphone off, and then you can click on join. Since I had already put in a name previously, the application just remembers that I had that name was Anna, and it just automatically gave me that name. Now, if I don't want to be called Anna and I want to be called something else, I just have to make sure that I change that over here. It's gonna close right here. So you can change that in here. I'm just gonna click, I'm gonna put Shayla, see? And then you would need to put the meeting ID again so that it will save it and it will know that that's just the name that you always want to use. Okay, I'm gonna close it. Okay, so another option is if you don't want to download the software for whatever reason, you just don't want to have it, you don't care for showing your face in the video, and that's something that you're interested in, and if you wish to participate, you can just raise your flag. So you can click here also, you click on the meeting URL, and then instead of the application launching, since if you don't have it, it's not gonna launch, you can just click here where it says join via browser. And then once you do that, I'm gonna click it, but I'm just gonna wait for it to come up so it doesn't interfere. There we go. You can put your name. I'm gonna put over here Shayla. And just close this. Okay, there we go. So it launched because I have it installed in my computer automatically. But if you don't have it, it's not gonna launch. So and then you can just click join via browser. You're gonna click on that and you're gonna enter your full name. Join meeting. Now there are some limitations to this because you're joining through the web browser and you won't have access to all the full features of Fuze, and the camera, it's one of them. So you won't be able to use the video feature. You see, like here it says your face could be here. If you want to be able to use the video feature, then you have to download the software. But if you don't care for that, you don't want to download it, or you cannot download it because you don't have Windows 7 in your computer, then you don't have to. You can still join the meeting through here, through the browser. So just keep the audio on so you can hear what's going on in the meeting. And again, the same thing applies. Just turn your microphone off and then you can click on join meeting. And you will want to share the selected device right here so that it knows that it's okay with you using your microphone. And it's joining. Takes a few minutes. There we go. Here we are. So this is what it looks like. A little bit different. It says that your microphone is muted right now. It's letting you know. If you wish to participate, again, go over here on these three little dots and you can raise your flag, and that calls to the attention of Tom. And if he notices, he will call on you. You can unmute your microphone over here or mute it. But if he calls on you, he will unmute it for you. And then you have no video option since you went in through the browser, but you can still also use the chat feature to ask any questions. So then I'm just gonna exit over here and click yes, and I'm gonna close this. Oh, and this one over here also. So that's what that looks like. You can either use your browser or you can use this meeting URL if you have the application downloaded and installed. And one last option for accessing the meeting is that if you don't have a computer, if you don't have access to something that it's reliable, like a reliable internet connection for the video streaming, you can also call in. And here's the calling number. Or sometimes people actually have technical difficulties. Their microphone is not working in the class. So you have the video and everybody can see you, but nobody can hear you for whatever reason. You can also call in. Most cell phone plans include long distance calling. So if you have that, it won't cost you anything. But if you don't have it, it is a long distance number. Unfortunately, there's no toll-free number. But as long as you have it as part of your plan, it should cost you nothing. If you don't know if it's included, or if you know that you don't have it, another option would be to perhaps buy Skype credits, which are usually pretty cheap, and you can call that way also. So you would just put that number on your phone and make the phone call, and then you will be prompted for a meeting number, and it's the same one over here, the one that we used earlier, 295-00422. And then from your phone, you can click on the numbers. If you click 1, that mutes or unmute your microphone. So if you wish to participate in the class, you can do it that way. Just by clicking one and just letting Tom know, hey, I have a question, or I would like to participate and join in the conversation. So then that's how you do that. I'm going to show you one last thing. If you have any questions, you can also ask us any questions through the chat right here. It says that we're not available for chat right now, but I'm just going to turn it on to show it to you. It's going to take me a few seconds to get in here. Okay. So, okay, there we go. So I'm logged in. Okay, so now I can show you. I think I am. Oh, it didn't work. Okay, now it works. So we're here in the Bipolar Advantage website. Anywhere in any page that you are of the website, there's this little bar at the bottom right hand corner that says we're online, you can chat with us. If you click on that, you can type in there, hello, I need help, what time are the live classes? And that is just gonna let me know that you need help, and whoever is online is gonna be able to guide you and let you know, guide you and let you know whatever it is that you need to know, and give you the steps for helping you out. So if you have any questions about the live classes, about the schedule, about how to download the software, about where to find the link, feel free to contact us through the chat and ask us any questions, okay? So I hope that this video was helpful to you. Again, if there's anything else that you need help with, contact us through the chat, or you can also email me at Shayla@bipolaradvantage.com. This is my name right here, Sheyla @bipolaradvantage.com. And we hope to see you in the live classes.